My name is Alicia. I'm a senior from New Life Academy.
My name is Mrs. Bach, and I teach English as well as drama for middle school and high school.
Hello, I'm Grace Buckner, and I'm in 12th grade.
My name is Mrs. Bateman-Eck, and I teach middle school and high school visual arts.
Hi, I'm Abby. I'm a senior.
My name is Miss Allen, and I teach high school English.
How would you define the word art?
I think art is just all about expression, and I think that's something that's really cool. Art is an expression of one's creative skill and imagination.
Art can be anything.
Art is creation, so I think because we were made to create, I think that it can look a lot of different ways, and maybe ways we haven't even yet discovered.
You can just express whatever you want, however you want, and whatever way you want.
It can be personal expression, it can be historical reference, it can be just depiction of reality, it can be an idea or concept.
In the end, it's for appreciating the beauty of the work.
Art, for the way I understand it, is humans creating in a way that connects us to God's creation, that He created all of the things that we see and the things that we can use in order to then interact with them and create art for ourselves.
What is fashion to you?
I feel like fashion is a way of me expressing myself to the world, and then it's a way on how people perceive your personality.
It's changed a lot as I've grown. When I was younger, fashion was anything that makes me feel good, but also in a way that makes me look like everybody else when I was a kid. But the older that I've gotten, it's changed and evolved, and it's not necessarily, I don't know, it's not something that I think about that often. I just kind of wear clothes. I do it. It's how I feel, and it's art in its own way too.
Fashion is something that's really fun, and it's just like art, another form of expression. And I think it's fun because you can kind of see different people's personalities or what they like and what's important to them.
I think for me it's a self-expressive way of my own creativity. I had a mother who was very into humorously themed dressing, and I loved that part of my mom because that's the creative aspect of her. So it was a way for me to kind of be kind of a living artwork, if that makes sense at all.
Fashion is an outlet for self-expression that can be altered in so many ways. I see it as an incredible form of art on the human body.
How would you describe your style?
I tend to just gravitate towards things that are comfortable and I like, but also I like adding fun pops of color or different things like that to make it interesting. An alternative style.
I don't really define myself in my style. I don't have a name for it. I don't have a theme.
I don't really have a definition for my style either, or there's some days I love dressing. I was having Christmas moments last week. I wanted to wear shiny and metallic, and there's other days that I just think preppy is so cool. I love every style, so it's really just this combination of throwing together all the styles that are out there, and all the vintage stuff that's out there because I love vintage.
In school, it's casual, it's nothing much, but if it's outside, summer, or any vacation, it would be expressive.
My style allows me to tap into all of the different parts of me.
How does your style impact your daily life?
Since New Life requires uniforms, I try to implement jewelry and makeup to fit my style. Going to a school that we wear uniforms, I feel like I didn't really get into fashion that much until recently.
I love fashion. I watch YouTube all the time, and I buy clothes all the time. Spent way too much money on it. That's how it impacts me. Yeah.
How did you get into fashion?
My mom's closet. It was a pretty phenomenal closet. And then in high school, my mom and I just started shopping at thrift stores, and that I think opened up a world for me.
It's just really been a thing for me since I'm little. I liked it since like when I was 5 or something.
When I was little, I would dress up in my princess dresses every single day.
My mom would always dress me, and sometimes those clothes could be really ugly, and I refused to wear them. I think that's when I figured it out.
Who is your inspiration?
My inspiration is probably Mrs. Batemanek. She is a strong, powerful woman, and she knows who she is and is very confident, and I see that through her fashion.
Well, in high school, I really fell in love with Vivienne Westwood, and you all know her from Cruella. That was the influence for the design behind Cruella. She's this English punk princess fashion designer, and I love it. So Betsy, and also Betsy Johnson, was also kind of the American punk fashion icon, so those two combined together.
I've thought about this question about like who inspires me and like my fashion icons, and it's kind of hard for me to say that because I don't know, I feel like I have a very specific, like when I see something I like it or I don't like it.
I take inspiration from menswear, especially like button-ups and suits and stuff, and I like to mix them up with more girly stuff.
I grew up in a really small town, and I didn't know this ever, truly, like not even in high school, because it never even fazed me, but I did not grow up with a lot of money, apparently. I felt like I had the world, but I didn't. I thought we shopped at Goodwill because that was like the cool thing to do. My mom always wanted me to like buy the regular clothes that everyone was wearing, but Goodwill was the place that like opened up my imagination. And with my mom's sewing machine, I would say like, can we sew this Snoopy shirt together with this Trout shirt? And it would be like the weirdest things. I wore the weirdest clothes in high school, but I think the way that my mom influenced me was that she let me. I think she desperately wanted me to be normal, but not so much so that it was like she was gonna stop me from creating, which I thought was really cool. And she just kind of let me wear my Snoopy Trout creation and think that I was the coolest thing, and that's where it all began.
I also think it's fair to say that like my friends inspire me. I think we're inspired by each other and the choices that we make and the things that we choose to pair together, or the looks that we create, and that's the fun of it too, that we can, I don't know, see what each other create in our outfits and say like, wow, that was really cute. I love this. I love this. I love this. I like that.
What's your favorite way to put an outfit together?
A crop top, a baggy jean, and something over it. Easy.
Usually I have like a piece or something that I really want to wear or that I've been really liking lately, and I just try to like build something new around it and not use it in the same way I have in the past.
I really like to wear either ripped jeans or skirts, so I typically wear those, or then I wear chunky platform boots, and those are usually the things that I always wear.
How does fashion impact women in both our generation and in the past?
I think it's cool to see how things have developed and people have more like freedom, and it's more, I would like to think that people are more accepting of like different styles, and you are free to do whatever you want. And I hope that people can like see like, oh, that's cool because it's you, and that's something like you can appreciate about every person. It's theirs, and they kind of own it.
There's just no rules. There's no rules. And I think as soon as we as women liberate ourselves from the idea that there are rules, the world really opens up. There's so much more fun to be had and so many more choices to be made as soon as you decide, like, there's no wrong way for me to do it, so I'm just gonna play.
Fashion is something to explore.
Over time, I think fashion has done both things to empower women as well as burden or imprison them. And I think I want to keep taking steps, I think, towards empowerment.
If we spread self-love and positivity, then we could really, really create something beautiful. beautiful.
We have the control to choose what we wear and then show the world that we have the right to like make decisions, and it's pretty.